Hey guys, welcome to video number 3 in the In Bloom Stampa Stack. So in our first video, we made these, your amazing cards. In video number 2, we made congrats, you're so fancy now. And if you're familiar with the kitchen table stampa stacks, you will know that we do things kind of in batches. So if you're jumping in on the third video here where we're going to make You Mean So Much to Me, makes 3 of these cards, you might want to go back and check out video number 1 and video number 2 because we do things kind of in batches. Like for this You Mean So Much to Me card, we already stamped our card bases. So these are soft seafoam. They're 8.5 by 5.5. They're scored at 4 1/4. They're already stamped with soft seafoam ink using our featured stamp set, the In Bloom stamp set. I love this set, mostly because of congrats, you're so fancy now, but it's also got a wonderful die set, and the die set is the Pierced Blooms dies. We did all of our die cutting with the Pierced Blooms dies in the first video too. So this awesome set, they're not even all here. There's some over here. There's some in my magnetic bowl. It's a huge set of flower dies that puts a little pierced detail on each of the pieces, each of the many pieces. Look at the great flower centers, round, floral, little zigzag, the different flower shapes, the different leaf shapes. It's a fantastic die set. You're going to love it. All right, so we've stamped our card bases. We've also cut our designer series paper. We've cut it roughly according to the Wonder Recipe number 1. So we've got our designer series paper pieces here. They're 2 by 5 1/4. We've got 2 pieces for each card. This is from the Paper Blooms designer series paper. This was a limited time free gift during celebration. If you didn't get any, there is an optional kit for this card class while supplies last. You can get a quarter package of this gorgeous designer series paper. Your card bases will be cut for you. We do your die cutting, like this great vellum piece right here and this label. We give you all the cardstock you need for your In Bloom die cutting, and all of that comes in the optional class packet. All right. Got some multi-purpose liquid glue on these. We're going to glue them on kind of the little bit of an angle, overlapping each other just a bit, kind of cattywampus and fun, playful. I'm going to go ahead and get all of our designer series papers glued onto our card bases, and I'll meet you right back here. All right, there's our last piece of designer series paper for these 3. Now we're going to go ahead and adhere the vellum layer from the kit to the card base. These are die cut ahead for you. This is from the brand new Scallop Contours dies. I have not made my die chart for these yet, but I will soon. I know you guys like that die chart. I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape adhesive on the back of this. We want to keep it where the label is going to cover our adhesive, and I'm going to glue it pretty much in the center of our card, maybe a little bit right of center. I'll do that for all 3. I love to stamp a stack. I make more cards, I make them faster, and I make less mess. And with the optional kitchen table stamper class packets, I do most of the work for you too. So these guys will come die cut in your kit for you. Let me get these guys all gussied up with their vellum scallops, and then we'll do some stamping. All right, there's our last vellum. Let's get our Stampin' Paris Mat and Night of Navy stamping pad. And our sentiment, You Mean So Much to Me, is stamped to the right of center on the label that comes in the Pierced Blooms die set. So we're going to stamp each one of these right of center, Night of Navy ink, We cut them for you if you got the kit from Basic White Cardstock. And there are our greetings. Now, this is the third video in this series, so you're probably getting used to our little denim ribbon swoops. This time we're gonna do kind of a single swoop. Let me grab the kit and the denim ribbon. So you get your denim ribbon in the kit. You get 3 1/3 yards, so a third of a spool of ribbon in the kit. You're gonna have extra ribbon, you're gonna have extra opals, you're gonna have extra designer series paper to play with. Let's go ahead and put some tear and tape adhesive on the back of each of these labels. You can check for availability of the optional kit at kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And you can pick up the In Bloom bundle, the star of the show, by buzzing over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. All right, let me peel these. When we're doing our swoop here, we're going to kind of lay out our denim ribbon so that it goes almost the length of the card. And then we'll pick it up in that tear and tape adhesive and loop right back into the tear and tape, and then cut a nice little angle. We do it right from the card, and that way there's no waste. Clean up the one edge. Then we're going to need just a bit more tear and tape on our ribbon to get a good secure hold here. So we'll add another little strip and put our labels on our card. All right, 2 more copies and I'll be right back. Okay, there's our labels. They're all done. Now let's build our flowers. In video number 1, we made our flowers. We die cut them all using that beautiful pierced blooms die set. And we're going to, for each of these cards, lay out kind of a extra large, large, medium, and small flower. And we're gonna mix and match the pieces and make a really beautiful arrangement. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna kind of line everything up according to the pictures. You can do the same and you can copy mine exactly, or you can get creative and you can mix and match to your heart's content. All right, there they are, 4 for each card. And then we got some little accents here. We did this in the first card. We took these little white kind of daisy-like flowers. They look like snowflakes without the center in. And we put little center. Now in this one, like I said, they don't have to be exact copies of mine. You can get creative. We used a little bit of Rococo Rose punched from the scrap in the kit using a 1/4 inch handheld circle punch. Got this on Amazon. Little Fiskars one. Stampin' Up doesn't have one anymore, but they're perfect little flower centers for that tiny flower. You can just go ahead and add a dab of glue in the center of the flower and the little flower center of your choice. I've got Rococo Rose and Petal Pink right here. You could do Night of Navy or Seaside Spray, whatever floats your boat. Be creative. It's completely up to you. This Pierced Blooms die set is just awesome. You'll have so much fun with this. All right, now every piece here is going to get a little bit of Stampin' Dimensionals. I did half of a mini dimensional on the back of each of those little flowers. Let's get the new guys, and I'm going to put some dimensional on the back of every one of these gorgeous blooms that we just created. All right, guys, I've already gone through and arranged our flowers on 2 of our designs. So we've got left our 4 flowers, our little bitty daisies, and then we've brought in 3 sprigs and 2 leaves. So you can do those in whichever color you want, the old olive or the soft sea foam. I'm just finishing up that little last detail on that one. I like to start with the leaves, and I've just got a dimensional at the very end. We're going to lift the label just a little bit. We're going to slide one leaf underneath, and then we're going to lift the label just a little bit more, and we're going to, I should say sprig, these are really the sprigs, and we're going to slide another sprig underneath our label. We can kind of burnish that back down. Got our third sprig is going to go up from the label. Then we'll do our largest flower. We're going to add that one in so that we don't cover the greeting, but at the top here. And then next up is this little kind of medium dude. We'll add that guy. And I love this one. It's like an asterisk, kind of pointy. We're going to add that guy in there without covering our greeting. Last, our tiny little navy dude gets tucked right there. Going to embellish the sprigs with our little tiny daisies, 2 up high and then 1 down low. And then last, our sprigs are olive, so our leaves on this one are soft seafoam. And we'll just pop those guys in right up at the top here. So there are our 3 cards. You'll see this one's got seafoam sprigs and olive leaves, and this one's got Rococo rose for our little daisies. They're mix and match. It really is a lot of fun, and you'll use up all kinds of scraps with this die set too. Now we're not done yet. You can't wrap up this class without some of these awesome opals. In the Stamp-A-Stack packet, you got 40 pieces, so you can do as many as you like, really. I'm going to go with one of the larger ones and smaller ones. Add a little bit of sparkle right off the edge of my greeting there. Not a pretty card, and it goes together so quickly if you just do it in steps. All right, if you've got any questions about the project, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com and see if there are still kits available, optional class packets. Head over to kitchentablestamper.com/shop. To shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can head over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for being a part of this Kitchen Table Stamper Stamp-A-Stack, where we made these 7 gorgeous cards. The quick link videos are below in the description. Please reach out if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty. Thanks for watching. Bye.